Hi guys, Shelby here. So I'm talking today about, I've had a lot of clients ask me about what this 3D, 4D, 5D, D meaning dimensions, state of consciousness is. So I just thought that I would do a quick little YouTube video to explain what that is. So there's no doubt that we live in other dimensions, okay? Or other dimensions and realities exist in this universe. You may have seen this through dreaming or astral travel, or if you're in a really, really deep meditation, you may have felt the experience of deja vu. So just like we have different dimensions of this universe, we also have different dimensional states of consciousness, which I just explained. These dimensions are available to us on Earth, okay? And they're called the third dimension, the fourth dimension, and the fifth dimension. 90% of human beings, we all live in a three-dimensional reality. So the third dimensional reality is kind of living through a state of like a purely physical state. So we're seen as individuals, we're seen as separate from other people. It feels like the survival of the fittest. You identify with the way you look, your job, your status, your money. You're fearful about missing out on something. Everything is perceived as either good or bad, black or white. Fulfillment is found in filling our ego, so money-based, social status. Your thoughts, if you're living in the third dimensional reality, your thoughts have no power over your reality. So you don't believe that you have really any power. You're like victim to circumstance. There's a lot of joy in living from the 3D state here, but it comes with a lot of pain and suffering. So we're always in this like duality. So this is kind of where our society is right now. Very fear-based. Our whole society right now is based on fear, because if we are keeping people in fear, then they're easier to control. So this is where we're at now. Most of humanity is here, and we're all going to be here in some way, shape, or form. What's going on right now is because of this collective shift that's happening, because of the planetary alignments, because of the ascension process, which meaning that we are all ascending to these higher states of consciousness. We're able to move in and out of these. So I'll just kind of describe to you, I'm just reading a little bit here, describe to you what fourth dimensional consciousness is. So many people have the fourth dimensional consciousness acting as a gateway to the fifth dimension. It's really easy to transition from the fourth dimension to the third dimension and back again, but once you get to the fifth dimensional state of consciousness, it's kind of hard to go back to 3D. So a lot of people are shifting. If you're watching this video, if you're a light worker, if you are an energy healer, if you're sensitive, if you're an empath, you're probably shifting from 3D to 4D quite easily without you even knowing it. So the fourth dimensional state of consciousness is that you begin to awaken to the idea that we're all connected. There's more to life than meets the eye. Thoughts are powerful, and we can literally shift our reality based on our thoughts. We realize the connection of how our thoughts create our emotional state of being, and our emotional state of being creates our reality, hence the law of attraction, right? So whatever you're vibrating at, you understand like, wow, whatever showed up in my space is because I'm vibrating at that frequency. There's a strong desire when you're in the fourth dimension to find your purpose. Like we all came here with a purpose and your passions, and to understand that that life is meant to be enjoyed, and that you're worthy to live a life and follow your dreams. We understand like the magic of the universe. Okay, we kind of get the universal laws here. So that's fourth dimensional state, and we can literally be having a 3D experience and perceive it in a fourth dimensional way. Fifth dimension is once you've reached a 5D state of consciousness, it's very difficult, like I said, to go back to 3D. From this level of consciousness, you begin to understand this unity consciousness. We're all connected. Life becomes this adventure. We understand that there's no right, wrong, good, or bad. They're all just experiences connected to this greater picture. There's a higher purpose to things. We understand that if we get ill, or if somebody in our family gets ill, if we have an accident, we don't go, oh, that just happened. We understand that there was a divine purpose there. From this state, there is no competition. You are overwhelmed. You feel overwhelmed with love and joy a lot of the time, compassion for Mother Earth. And your intuition is really strong. So that's 5D. So you can see how probably you've been in states of consciousness in one day. Maybe you went from 3D to 4D to 5D and back again, just depending on what area of your life you are holding that type of consciousness. So a little explanation there. I hope it made sense. As we move through this ascension process and you guys are staying on your path and you're doing your practices, you're going to start to notice this a little bit more. You're like, oh, wow, that was like, I kind of moved into that 4th dimensional state of consciousness. Or you're like, oh shit, I'm really in fear right now and I'm not trusting the universe. I'm in like the 3D is kind of lower fear-based consciousness. All of this is just part of it. None of it is right, wrong, good, or bad. It just is what it is. So if you'd like more information or you'd like to book a session with me to kind of help you deal if you're feeling like you're stuck in some 3D stuff, some fear-based stuff, please email me or send me a message and we can work together. So just really quick today. Actually, that wasn't that quick. It was 6 minutes. But thanks, guys.